And off we go from Denver. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And a year ago when he was drafted, it felt like central casting. Bo Nix coming to the NFL ready to roll, and he surpassed all expectations a season ago and threw for nearly 30 touchdown passes as a rookie. Fell just short with 29, but a huge piece of his team's future.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Nix from the shotgun. We'll get that complete to Vele. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 8. To throw, here's Nix. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to punt. Greg Dortch, deep for Arizona. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And when you watch him play, all you think about is how dynamic he is. He can beat you with his arm and his legs. Threw for over 20 touchdowns for the first time since 2021. Fully healed from a knee injury a couple of seasons ago. He's got his team thinking big in 2025.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
First carry for James Conner. Nifty move. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to Conner here on 1st. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. From the gun on third down, Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Nowadays, this has become routine, hasn't it? That was a heck of a route there by the tight end. A great double move for a big-time catch downfield.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Here's Murray. He completes it to Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Over the middle here to Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. From the gun, Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Chad Weiland on for the Arizona field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0.
Broncos, nothing.
A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Nix. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers. But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
They'll go play action with Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Nix. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
Now it's Nix. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 14. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Nix to the air. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
2nd and 7. He's going to try and take off with it. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Field goal's all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. A beautiful fake. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's Murray. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Murray again. This is Connor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
2nd and 15. Murray now to throw. Finds his running back, James Conner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. Shrugs him off. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers, but how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
To throw is Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
And a Cardinal first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown,
Michael Wilson from 21 yards away. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Broncos 3.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
2nd and 10. On play action, here's Nix. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Walter Nolan able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. He's got him in. Complete. Still going. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. 79 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown.
Will Lutz to kick
All
off
level
for the
now at 10
Broncos.
apiece as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Murray. Jones has it. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Third down.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Here's Nix. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw, here's Nix. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. 10-10 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Back at the 14-yard line.
Now Connor on the toss left side. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Again, it's Connor. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
The 46-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
This is 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing now is Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 50-yard line.
Again, Murray will keep it. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
Formation for the Cardinals.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
To throw is Nix.
And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Ooh, with a juke. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So out now come the Cardinals. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. But Nick Bonito not letting him escape there. He was in instant pursuit off the snap and dropped him behind the line. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Now Murray off play action. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Murray now. And it's caught downfield by Harrison. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
The previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. A short one here, caught by McBride. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Murray to air it out again. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
At the 4-yard line.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Kyler Murray. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Now Ryland for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Denver's offense ready to go again. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5. Back to throw. Nix. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the 1st half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Screen pass to Connor. Oh, nice move. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in his own blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A give running right is counter. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, a run with counter. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Denver's offense now set to go. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Nix on the slant, completes to Sutton.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have the Broncos first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Give Dobbins trying the right side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second down at the 41-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 11 at the 41. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He'll get that complete to Vele.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
That's good.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Number 14, Cortland Sutton. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Now a second and 6. Throwing Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
6 yards to go.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now it's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
Broncos. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A first and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's a second and 5. Nix to the air. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17.
Makes the score Cardinals 20.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their veteran running back James Conner ready for this next possession. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Second and 7.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They'll fake it to Conner. Now Murray. To the sideline and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Murray. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First down, Arizona.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nick Bonito, his 2nd sack of the night. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there for Arizona. 44 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Murray fighting, lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator of the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense, and they were able to do it.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Looking to put a drive together. Following the fumble recovery, Nix finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A good pickup there at 22.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, and again to Dalvin. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Operating from the gun, Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line.
Another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Campbell on the stop. A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 27-yard line.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Over the middle, he finds Velo. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
They'll run with Dobbins. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Here's Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marvin Mims, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Lots will look to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They just got to find a way to get it done.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Murray now to throw. Able to get this one to McBride. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Connor up the middle. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
But they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Third and 3. From the gun, Murray. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
On the play. First down, Arizona.
Certainly a rarity for all but an elite couple of quarterbacks in this league to have a 100-yard day on the ground. Heck, even running backs don't hit the mark as often as they used to. Nice to see them keep calling his number once they saw he was in line for a special game.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. That's going to go as a loss of run on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Connor going to get it again on second down. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Murray. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Now he's forced out left, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Another run here with Dobbins. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Nix from the shotgun. first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Down to the 25. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Second and 9. Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
To throw, here's Nix. This is caught. And the Broncos are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Broncos first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
McLaughlin is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, what a move. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Murray again. This is counter. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Murray off play action. Delivers on the crosser to McBride. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Murray now. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing fourth quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch.
Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Nix. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Now that's a killer, because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looks like you're exactly right. Looked like a for sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Throwing Nix. He'll get that complete to Vele. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete.
That's interference.
But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, PI gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
On the handoff, McLaughlin. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Not quite enough for the first, almost. Give him 9 instead, so that leaves him with an enviable 2nd and inches. Nix to the air. They'll set up the screen. It's McLaughlin. Touchdown, Broncos! Jaleel McLaughlin. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That's complete to McBride. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. we've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Now a 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Riley now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And coming out now, the Broncos. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Yeah, boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Nix. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A quick toss out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
The gives to McLaughlin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Working out of the gun is Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 on the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Jaleel McLaughlin finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
For the point after.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Broncos 45.
So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he returns this to the 22. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
Shotgun now from Murray. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throwing now is Murray. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
21 yards. And the Cardinal first down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again, Murray. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison.
When he decided to run a hitch route, it really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's countered. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Being chased out left. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal. They'll run for it with counter. And they'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Bronco defense comes up big. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout.
long 7
as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So it's a win here for the Broncos, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, he was definitely the X factor. He had 3 touchdown passes, ran for another, and really had this defense grasping for straws throughout much of this ball game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gault. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.